Nar malakenyam kana diala content barwanya lingwas me ka Nuer online TV channel gore jen wo biarun palping ka liang rwani titi te ka jom banaling kada mandan galwa Nyuot ramkel mlai spokesperson ka party ki ka bonde no bona mo ban jeling no keja biamadan blood gwas me biajeling te ka jom chokulat gwas me kejen raja banaling keja chelado wonena no gor kane dialen kontela ngwani tinte ka greater kobo ngwani tinte ka greater maiwut ngwani tinte ka greater lungashuk ngwani tinte ka greater nasir en wulang ano de ka rodi report de kan waka nasir ano akan ni jan bakel kan network gor ka ken winemi a security kan defense committee ramadan la bodien general shol gaka jo me ajen jo dan chalat duno te ka rwantu ngwan goro bialin ka jan lere mene ko general kel mala spokesperson ka bonde biya jo dan la do gwasen biya chuling ka do dan de yena link je ko a very important message mo gor kono de kono linga ani chan je linkel mi jira mi jidit ka Nuer online TV channel gore jen wojen der jo me der je nywa kanedi ko ken an banje chulinkel ka do dan en chalat ke je ani chan woten.
Thank you very much, and I'm so glad and grateful for those who have just joined me live. As you are now watching this live video, I would request each and everybody to share it because this message may be so brief and precise. And as I said, I wish each and everybody across the country a lovely morning wherever you are, especially those in diaspora from US, from UK, and then Australia, wherever you are. And also good afternoon to all the South Sudanese in our lovely country. My name is Gerald Dixon Gatluak. I'm the chairperson of the South Sudan United Front, Stock Army, or South Nairobi Declaration. And at the same time, I'm speaking to you on behalf of Coalition of South Sudan Opposition Movement, better known as the CSSOM. And my message may be very short, as I have said very early. And before I go actually deep into what brings me on this live interview, or live show, I'm very sure that all of us, we the South Sudanese, we are all aware and we know the cause of our long suffering, what makes us to suffer. And we have to be realistic, because what brings the suffering now in our country is our ruling party, the SPLM. The failure in the leadership of SPLM, socially, politically, economically, is the one make us to be at this stage. As our country now, economically, is at the verge of collapsing. We are already done economically because our local currencies cannot even do anything to anybody. Our money has gone down. Our good currency, the South Sudanese pound, and this is the failure of the SPLM. As I'm actually talking to you today, I would be very short due to the fact that it has come to our attention that most of our people, due to their busy schedule, they don't have time to read. Whenever you find 2 pages, you don't have time to read it, especially those who are living in the West. And for that reason, we have decided that we have to come live, and it's much more to listen than to read. Due to the busy schedule and the current activities that we have, it actually prevents us not to know what is happening in social media, but unless somebody comes. To be on the point, I'm very sure that each and everybody is aware that the 1st of July, which is this month, 2025, the union or the unity of the South Sudanese that we have been looking for almost 2 years has come to be realistic. About 17 political parties have signed the agreement on the 1st of July 2025 under the name of the Coalition of South Sudan Opposition Movement, better known as the CSSOM. So I'm here as the spokesperson of the CSSOM. As you have known that I'm the face of this coalition, I'm the face of this movement, I'm the public information officers of this movement, and therefore I'm here to feed the public. The main objective and the reason why the coalition or the South Sudan or the Coalition of South Sudan Opposition Movement was formed, it was formed purposely to bring the South Sudanese together, because we have realized that there is no anybody or there is no any single organization that can be in a position to bring the change or to fight the current regime under President Salva Kiir. And therefore, the South Sudanese, especially the 17 political and military organizations, have decided to come together with the aim to form a one command and having one unit of their military from different organizations. And therefore, the main goal of this organization was about to come together with the aim of forming one command and putting their army under one unit. Second to that, they have decided and they have reaffirmed their commitment to work together in order to pursue a common goal. This is the basic line of everything, and this is the main objective of this coalition that we call the South Sudanese movement, or the Coalition of South Sudanese movement. So the CSSOM is here to reaffirm its commitment for the democratic principles and also to the rights of the self-determination. Some of you may be actually asking themselves why there is a word of self-determination in that agreement. Most of South Sudanese are now feeling dissatisfied with the current leadership of Comrade Salva Kiir. And for that reason, the people have realized that the current union or the unity of the South Sudanese now is not favoring them. There are some tribes who are being actually marginalized politically and socially. And for that reason, the unionists decide that those who may wish to pull out from the self-determination, from the current union or the larger union, they have the right to do so. But that should be the basic right for the South Sudanese. And let's say it, the people of Greater Upper Nile, who are now claiming that they are being marginalized and their resources are being looted by the SPLM, and also politically and socially, they are not benefiting from the union. And that is the reason why people have said that, let us put this word, but it must be the basic right for the people of South Sudan to decide. And this is the long-term plan, it is not a short-term plan, but it has been put there for them. And for that case, if you have come and find this word, you must have to know that there are some organizations advocating for the self-determination or to succeed from the union, due to the fact that they are saying that politically or socially, they are not benefiting in the current union. And therefore, they say that if the union is not suitable for them, politically or socially, for their survival, they have the right to pull out. Or they may have the right for the self-determination. But this should not be some things or an agenda that need to be forced on the South Sudanese. It must be an issue that should be the basic right for the people of South Sudan, especially the people of Greater Upper Nile and the people of Greater Equatoria and the people of Greater Barghazal. So if you may be in a position of asking yourself why the word self-determination is in the MOU, you must have to know that the people or some organization advocating for that, they are also being considered to put their opinion or their concern or to raise it up. As you are aware, the system also reaffirmed itself for the unity, justice, and the liberation of the people of South Sudan from the dictatorship and oppression under the current regime of President Salva Kiir. And therefore, we are calling for the urgent need for the unified front and also as a means of safeguarding our civilians from the humiliation that they are facing from their government or from their president that they have been elected for all this long. And for that reason, the system has decided that there must be a unified command. And the unified command will have a different chief of general staff or the joint chief of general staff that is now in the process of being established, and that chief of general and that joint command will fall under the defense and the security. Maybe some of you may be asking, who is the leader, or who is actually the chairman of the new formed coalition? The system, as we speak, all its activities, they are being facilitated or overseen by the High Council, by the High Executive Council. So the High Executive Council is the only body or the main body that is now in place to make the final decision. If you may not be aware of the High Executive Body, so is the body that is overseeing all the activities, politically, militarily, of the current coalition of the South Sudanese opposition movement. And for that reason, the leadership or the chairperson of the current coalition may be appointed in the due time. 6 months from now or 12 months from now, the current leadership may sit down and decide to appoint the chairperson of the newly formed coalition of the system. And therefore, we are requesting each and everybody, if you are not aware of this, of the CSSOM or the formation of the new coalition, you may have now a chance to contact. As I have said before, that I'm the face or the public officer for this newly coalition, you should have the right now to contact me for further directive. And you must have to know that this coalition is not about the people of Upper Nile, it's not about the Nuer, it's not about the Dinka, it's not about the Equatorian, it's about the South Sudanese. We need the reflection of all South Sudanese to be there, despite our tribal lines, despite our regions. It is a national coalition that is actually advocating for the change and the better of the South Sudan. So here I may come actually to the leaders, those who are being put under the committee. Within this coalition, we have like about 6 committee that were formed. And this working committee, they were established purposely to facilitate or coordinate the activities of the system. Number one is the Defense and the Security Committee, DSC. Defense and the Security Committee, it is being chaired by General Shual Gagayir. I'm very sure, including those in Juba, they are aware, they know General Shual Gaga is actually mandated or is in charge of the Defense and the Security Committee, and is actually mandated to oversee or critically organize the operation or the forces or the allied forces under the CSSOM. So the Defense and the Security Committee is the first security committee that will actually deal with the forces, with the training, mobilization, and reorganization of the forces. The second committee that was established purposely to deal with the engagement when it comes to the diplomatic engagement within the region and internationally. And this committee that is actually dealing with the diplomatic committee or the diplomatic engagement, it is being headed by General Biel Torke. So this committee is actually dealing with diplomatic engagement through the regionals, international, and within our national state of the South Sudan. And they may be the very people connected to the IGAD countries, African Union, and the rest. The third committee, which is the face of this coalition, is about the Public Information Coordination Committee, or the Secretariat. And this Secretariat is being led or being actually guided by General Dixon Gatluak, which is myself, and is actually responsible for the efforts of overseeing the public's information as well as the communication desk, which include the media and also the secretariat. Whatever need to be done based on the secretariat about the coordination, so I'm the face of the movement. And also to the media, I'm also in charge of the public relation, of which each and everybody who want to contact the current system or the newly formed coalition of the South Sudanese opposition movement, I'm the right person to be contacted, so that I have to give you the direction where you supposed to direct your concern. And then we will have the humanitarians that is already established, and humanitarian disaster management committee. It is being chaired by your son or your comrade, Professor Deng Nyang Banang from UDRM, and is actually tasked for with advocating for humanitarian assistance and coordinating disaster response, especially to the zone, to those are being affected or the communities across the countries. Then the other one is about the Resource Mobilization Finance and Administration Committee. This one is being chaired by the RMs, being chaired by your son, Honorable Nimeri Riakmut, from RNIF. When we talk of RNIF, I think is one of the organization, a political movement that has actually come up recently with the aim of talking about rollers. When you hear about rollers independent, whereby a lot of young people now are supporting the ideas of having the rollers. And to be honest with you, if you have been actually saying where is the roller, this is where you find the rollers in this coalition. So young people across Europe, across the US, across the East Africa, who have been actually advocating for UNRWA. So this is where you are. And today you have the right and you have the chance now to contact and put your effort in order to move this coalition forward. So Ronald or Comrade Numeric is actually being given the task for resource mobilization, finance, and administration. And as you have seen, RONAS, as I explained before, it has been actually the debate, the public debate all this long. People are being saying that why RONAS become so special, and some of the people are actually advocating for RONAS. And as I said before, this itself is a long-term plan, and it may need, it is not something that needs to be done now, but the people of RONAS may have the right to decide whether they pull out or they remain within the current union. But what they are saying is this: if the union does not address their political or social survival, and then they have the right for self-determination, which is the basic right for each and every citizen. And then the last one is the appointment of the spokesperson. The current union or the system has appointed John Jordan, Major General John Jordan, Major General John Joglul, Major General John Joglul was appointed as the military spokesperson for the system for the allied forces who are now being put together. So Comrade JJ will be dealing with the military information across South Sudan. And for you to reach him, you can also try to contact me so that I may direct you to where it is. And the other thing is about the human rights, the head of human rights, and CSSOM special advisor. Human rights and CSSOM special advisor is Honorable John Jock. John Jock also was appointed to lead the human rights and also are the special advisor to the system. So I'm very sure most of you know him. He's a long serve. He has been there since Anyanya 1, Anyanya 2, SPLM, SPLA. Is a long serve in this struggle time. So Honorable John Jock was appointed as the head of human rights and the system special advisor. So these are the few announcements that I would like to bring to your attention in this afternoon, and we may be continuing to have more and more. And for that case, if you wish to contact and you want to keep in touch with the current leadership of the system, you may be contact us actually on this page. You can see my WhatsApp, or you can actually use my email, dixongalwak2013@gmail.com. This may be my email that you may get me, or you may use my WhatsApp, which is actually down there, so that you reach me for further communication. And finally, as I'm now coming to conclusion, all the forces in the Eastern Corridor, when I talk of the Eastern Corridor, I mean from the Greater Akubo, from Greater Nasser, from Greater Maiwut, from Greater Maban, all the forces are directed to report to Nasser under General Shualgaga. For further directive, you are all directed, and all the young people, wherever you are all directed to report to Nasser under the Defense and the Security Chairperson, General Shualgaga, within less than 60 days. Within less than 60 days, you have to report to Nasser.
Guaya jen Joe Shalingo ka Dixon Gatluak Jo Nyuot ka Joe Dan Shalat Guasame ano gore jen obne di albegrodi report no ka Nasser natin konti langweni shit ka message dan Shaling ka shitub very clear ko jogane di no ala movement dien mchalke the coalition of South Sudan opposition movement CSS ke CSSOM chikana gujanu dene di alde kana join unangane content la right ko gorka rolnat kene chance duna no mo ko de yene join so again message dana gore nyuaga yekel mi jiram jidit ka Nuer Online TV channel gore no jin bi channel bi support bi subscribe ka chwaja peru jwan obia wo ka Dixon Gatluak Jo Nyuot page and no ko bia tin la da bia calling ka kwi party ka la the coalition of South Sudan opposition movement no jen parmana tekeke na me kol kan wena dialtin kon in shaling winen wara dialen go mugor jano bi ka join chol kan yano ke 60-day broad report kan Nasser under leadership dan chikan lat ajen jawondan en gurno de nywa yekel ana bana nyogo je kala rodian chuje puro jeno jin bi Nuer Online TV channel bi je support ana bi atemal bye bye.